Welcome everyone, this is Zon with Repro Products. Today's video is on an introduction to Dynamo. Dynamo is a visual scripting program that is an open source graphical programming language for design. If you head over to the website dynamobim.org, this is a great community-driven website that gives you access to the software that you can download to run. You can explore and understand what the different types of functionality Dynamo can do, such as computational design, getting to the community to get help, looking at tutorials as well, and looking at what people have done in the industry with that software. Now, even though it is open source, Autodesk has adopted it quite well. And if you head over to Revit, you can see under the Manage tab of the ribbon that they have Dynamo integrated here, as well as a Dynamo player. The Dynamo command here, you click this, what ends up happening is Dynamo window will open up and it'll allow you to create scripting programs to force and tell Revit to do something with your current Revit model. The Revit model that I have open right here is just a basic room, a basic building with some rooms in there. And so you can use this Dynamo interface to run scripting programs to do different things. For example, maybe you want to tell the software, I want to take all the names and numbers of the rooms and export them out to an Excel file. So for example, I'll open up this Dynamo script here. And looking at the interface, you have menu pull downs for edit and view and so on. You have different packages that you can search for and pull from the community to install. Packages basically give you the ability to look for and search for content in the Revit model to apply to the script program. All of these are nodes, and there are wires that are connected to the nodes. The left side of the node is typically the input, and the right side of the node is typically the output. So in the example of this one where I want to pull out the rooms and names of the names and numbers of the rooms in the Revit file and put them in an Excel file, I have a script that tells the software, look at all the elements of the category for rooms and display and find that data and just display that raw data. Then looking at that raw data, pull out the names and the numbers so they have separate lists and show me those lists. Then create that list and show me that list. Then this list transpose node basically grabs this list and sorts it so you have a name and a number for each one. Once that data has been retrieved, that data is pushed into an Excel write to file command, and it tells the software, write it to this particular file in this particular location, and put it on sheet 1 tab, and specify the data at the start of the first row and column. So if I take this and I move this over here and I run it, I can have it run automatically, but I like to do manual so I can check to see what's going on. If I click run, the script runs, the Excel file is created, and the Excel application opens up and shows you the data. Now if I go back to the Dynamo interface and we take a look at the results, we can see what we're getting. And the watch node basically shows me all the rooms that it found and these Revit ID numbers for those objects. It's then taking those objects and finding the actual name parameter data and the number parameter data of those objects. Then it's creating the list and showing me all the room names and the numbers. And the list transpose sorts them accordingly. And then this export to Excel basically exports it back out. So what about the other way around? What if you have an Excel file and you want to push that data into the Revit model? Okay, again, we can open up Dynamo, and the Dynamo interface will open up. And then I can open up that particular script, which is right here. And this one is called Excel Room Names and Numbers. The way this functions is as follows. We have a section where we are retrieving all of that data that we talked about. So telling the software, look at all the elements of the category called rooms, pull that data and show me that raw data. From that raw data, pull out the name and the number and show me those individually. Then group them together in a list, then sort them in that list. From there, take that data and use it if you need to write to the Excel file. And the Excel file writing basically says the name of the file, from what path to work with, what are they looking at, what sheet, and the sheet names, and the numbers as well. Once that's accomplished, read that information from the Excel file, create the list, and push that list into the information that's in the Revit model. So here we have list get item at index, and the same one here to get that information for the names and the numbers. And then setting the new parameter information from the Excel file into the name and the number. So if the script is written properly, then you should be able to run this and it automatically pushes that data. Now, to test this, I can pan this over a little bit. We'll open up the Excel file, and this time over here, we're going to put in something else, say test space. And we'll put this as, say, 999 and save this file. Now, if I go back over here to Dynamo Player and rerun the script, it should automatically push that data into the room name and number, which you can see over here in the Revit application. So this is a great initial video on understanding what is Dynamo and what kind of functions it can do. In this particular video, we looked at how to take the Revit room object's name and number and export it to Excel, and also change the data in the Excel file and push it back into the Revit model. Thank you very much for watching.